Okay, so I'm back with all my green ones are done, and I don't think I lost any stitches, but just in case I did, I'm not going to single crochet with this one and pull through. I'm just going to leave it out. I'm going to leave my hook on there, and then I'm going to show you how to get rid of this waste yarn on this side. So this is the side that's hard to get rid of the waste yarn. So you have to go up to the top, and you have to find where the waste yarn is coming out. And then you have to pinch up on the top and kind of pull it through. And once you get it through the first row, then the rest of the rows will be easier to pull out. So you got to go all the way up to the top and then kind of pull this first row through, and then the rest of it will come right out. So just go to the top, pull on it. You see how the long string is getting longer? And once we get back to the, move all these stitch markers out the way. Keeping my hook in there. And this is how you can reuse this waste yarn as well. Sorry that this tutorial is kind of all over the place. I'm not really good at this part of it. So I'll probably link another video that you can go and watch, or you can go and watch Koala Knits and Knacks. She has a really good tutorial on how to pick up the stitches for a headband. And a few other people do too. I don't remember who else I watched, but I know I watched Koala Knits and Knacks. She was one of the people that I watched. Let's see. Okay, so now if I pull it through this last one, then it's going to just start to unravel. So, let's see. Keep these two in here. I'm going to wrap these around my hook. And then I'll just pull these. So now it's pulling out this part right here is. So now this part is pulling out. Oh, not that. See how this is pulling out now? Because we pulled from the top. So I'm just kind of pulling it out a little bit. Sorry, I'm off camera. This is not going well, people. But I'm doing the best that I can. Usually I don't have my hook in here. The reason why it's getting all tangled, because usually my hook is not in here. I'll just put a stitch marker there. So let me do that. Let me just take this out. Put a stitch marker here to keep my space. Just in case I drop the stitch, I want to be able to pick it up. So, uh-oh, I split my yarn, so I don't like to have split yarn. So let me pick up all the stitches, all of the yarn pieces. So now it's easier to come out because I put a stitch marker there. So let's see if we dropped any stitches back here. See, a stitch got the yarn split way back here, so now that's why I'm having to pull it through, because the yarn split. And so now a piece of it is in there. So, all right. Let's see. We kind of keep going. Uh-oh. So, pull it out, pull it out. All right, let's see if we dropped any stitches. Okay, the yarn is stuck in there. Okay, there it is. Okay, so it doesn't look like we dropped any of our stitches, any of our green stitches. So now we can take and put our crochet hook back in here. Take the stitch marker out and then kind of wrap this yarn around and pull it through. So, oh, you know what? Okay, and then what I forgot to do was leave a long tail. I forgot you're supposed to leave a long tail in the beginning of your, in the beginning and the cast off, so that you can use that to sew your headband up. And I neglected to do that. So what I'm gonna have to do is probably get a piece of yarn and cast it on. I mean, not cast it on, but get a piece of yarn and thread my needle and thread my needle so that I can put it together. So I just stretched it. So then to put the headband together, to make the twist, what you want to do is you want to just fold it in half, and then fold this side in half. And then you want to take them, and then you want to put the two into each other. And then if I would have left a long piece, I could have sewed it together. But since I did not, I'm going to get another long piece. I think I'm going to get a long piece of the orange. And then I'm going to thread my needle. This is not ideal. Ideal is to have your yarn already attached here. And then you would just make sure that you go through every, you know what, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to start with this yarn, even though it's short. It should be longer, but it's short. I'm going to start with this one. And then I'm going to go through all 4 layers. I'm going to go through the orange in the middle, and then the green on the outside. I'm going to go through all of them. And then I'm going to do the same. I want the orange, I want the edge of this orange to be in there. So I'm going to do that. So I'm just going through all 4 layers. Make sure you go through all 4 layers. All 4. And I may have enough with the 2. And then again, I may not. We'll see. But I'm just sewing through all 4 layers. I'm sewing through all 4. I'm sewing through the green, the orange, the green, and then the orange on the other side. Make sure you go through all the layers. See, I think I might have missed the green on the inside over here. So if I need to pull it up a little bit to make sure that I'm getting through it. Green, green, orange. Go through all 4 sides. and pull tight. And if I had enough yarn, I could go all the way across, but since I don't, I'm going to have to probably pick up this green yarn on this side, the little bit that I have left over here. But I'm going to go as far as I can. That's about as far as I can go with that. Then I'm going to pick up this one. And I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to go on the outside. Then I'm going to kind of go through the orange, the green, the orange, and then the green over here. And then I'm going to go through all of them over here. And then I need to get that green, orange, green, orange. I want to go through all four. And see, this one, I should have stretched it out a little bit more because it should be all the way over there, that green. But it is not. So we're just going to continue to close it up. And then I'm going to try to come back to meet it in the middle so I can tie off these two colors together. I'm just sewing it together. This is not my strong suit. This tutorial right here, because this is I'm not used to it. I've only done a few. But I wanted to show you what I did, and then then I'm going to go and then I'm going to meet these two together. I'm going to tie these two together since I didn't have enough string to go all the way to the end. I'm just going to go ahead and tie these two together, and then I'm going to hide them into the scarf. But first I'm going to do a surgeon's knot. Tie it around twice. And then I'm going to take it and hide it into the middle of the green side. I'm only going through one side. So then I'm going to take it and I'm going to, and then when you pull it, it ties it in there. And then when you turn it, you get the twisted knot. And that's what you have. But I'm so sorry that this tutorial was not the best, but there are better tutorials on YouTube, and you can go and watch those. Watch Koala Knits and Knacks. She has a really good one. And there are other people too, but she's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. But that's what you get. So thanks for watching. God bless. You have an awesome and an amazing day. Be blessed, my friends. Bye-bye.